Hey everybody, Mike Slifer here in the First Alert Forecast Center. It's another First Alert Weather Extra. It's Wednesday, June 11th, and we are talking a little bit about a chance for weekend rain. If you saw the push alert, you'll know that this was going to be a big piece of the discussion. If you have any questions about what we've experienced so far, anything weather-related at all that you would like us to answer, send an email, mike.slifer@wfsb.com. Make the subject First Alert Weather Extra question, and we will be sure to answer your question to the best of our ability. Again, send an email on in, mike.slifer@wfsb.com, and we're here to answer your weather questions. We've received over an inch of rain for the Hartford area so far this month, but we're about a half inch below where we typically would be through June 11th. June is a fairly wet month on average. So far, if we go back to the start of 2025, we've picked up 22.06 inches of rain and the liquid equivalent of anything frozen, which is a surplus, not a surprise given how wet May was. And we have more wet weather to track. It's the weekend that we're focused on here. 8 a.m. Saturday, a front stalled out to our south, and there will be these areas of low pressure that develop and move along that front. This is going to increase our risk for showers Saturday, especially in the morning. But we're optimistic that as the day goes on, while we stay cloudy, a bit cool, we'll actually see things dry out a bit. 11 o'clock Saturday night, we'll be watching as that low exits east of Connecticut, and that opens the door for high pressure to slide in. The shades of green are really focused to the north of Connecticut, to points west, and even points south. But as high pressure slowly nudges south, that could actually help to dry us out later in the day on Sunday too. So we still think there's a risk for some isolated showers on Sunday, but we are a little optimistic that Father's Day will be at least a little bit drier. So morning showers Saturday, otherwise cloudy, turning a little drier in the afternoon. Mostly cloudy on Sunday with isolated showers. Certainly no showers to track right now. Our ICAM and winter locks showing quiet conditions, 75 degrees, wind out of the southwest at 10 miles an hour. The Hartford Yard Goats are taking on Akron right now. It's 75 in our capital city. This is a live look into Duncan Park. Winds out of the south at 6 miles per hour. And how about a trip down to the shoreline? Our ICAM view in Old Saybrook showing pretty quiet conditions too. Here's our trip up Route 9 to Middletown. We're looking over the river now to Portland. And it was a pretty calm day throughout Middletown, fairly bright. And our ICAM view right now in the Brass City, where it's still 72 degrees. So temperatures are certainly falling, but not super quickly. It's still very comfortable outside right now. Pretty quiet on our ICAM view in Torrington, and we'll finish it off with a trip to southeastern Connecticut. Here are the ferry loading docks in New London. Last night we were talking about reduced visibility and wet pavement. That's not the case right now, although you'll note temperatures are down just a little bit in New London, 67 degrees. First Alert Live radar scanning clear and dry. Nothing to chat about across Connecticut, except there's still just a little bit of wildfire smoke in the sky. So Neil snapped this picture in Haddam Neck looking north up the Connecticut River. Haddam Neck is a little part of East Hampton, so this is on the east side of the river. And you'll note the orangish hue in the sky, the sun looking a little orange-red. That's not due to cloud cover. It's just because there's a little bit of smoke that is still out there. And even through the overnight hours, we'll keep this thin haze of smoke, and it lasts perhaps into part of the day tomorrow too. But it's not going to be particularly impactful. We're not anticipating any air quality issues tomorrow. And also, the smoke itself is fairly high up in the atmosphere. Still 75 in Hartford right now, 80 in New York City, 76 in Boston, but look at these dew points. We're talking low and mid 50s. That's a huge improvement over where we were yesterday. So it's very comfortable outside, very pleasant. And then those dew points will drop even lower tomorrow after a cold front rolls through. This is where we peaked today. Temperatures mostly in the upper 70s and low to mid 80s. A little bit cooler in southeastern Connecticut, especially along the shoreline. And that's where we see some of our lower temps right now. Even as far north as Willimantic now reporting a temperature of 69. Elsewhere about 70 to 75 degrees. It really is a very comfortable night out there. Great night for some baseball. Temperatures are up by anywhere from just a couple degrees to almost 10 degrees when you compare 24 hours ago. So it is a little bit warmer out there tonight. And even though the humidity is fairly low, you may still need to keep the AC on because temperatures do not fall too much more. Here's a look at what to expect tomorrow. We are looking, or rather tonight, we're looking at clear skies and temps starting off tomorrow in the 60s. About 60 to 65 degrees or so is what we're expecting. Mostly clear skies, a very mild night. But how about temperatures tomorrow? Well, with some sunshine out there, we're forecasting highs to be back up into the, say, mid, if not upper 80s away from Long Island Sound. And even with a bit of a wind shift behind the front, it's going to be a great day to actually spend some time at the beach. UV index tomorrow will be 8. It's high, so you need sunscreen. Necessary. It's going to be very bright out there. High tide tomorrow. New London is 11:13 a.m. New Haven is 12:57 p.m. Water temp still 62, so just be mindful if you do try to get in the water and spend some time there. Look at the temperatures by the afternoon after that cold front will have passed through. We're talking temps into the 80s. 87 in Brantford, at Milford, 85 in Madison, Mystic 82, Niantic 83, Old Saybrook 84. So no matter where you are along the Connecticut shoreline, it is looking like a great beach day. It is a Thursday. It's not a weekend, but still. Sunshine, warm, not too humid, a great combination. So we have this front that will cross through tomorrow, and as it moves south, we can't rule out an isolated shower or storm trying to develop, but generally speaking, we expect tomorrow to be another very dry and bright day. There's a bit more development along that front when it gets well to our south, so not too much of an impact to us here, and it opens the door for high pressure to settle in on Friday. At this point in time, we do expect a dry end to the work week. Clouds will not increase until late Friday, especially since that boundary will be so far south of us, but there will be another area of low pressure developing along that, and that sort of sets the stage for what to expect as we get into the weekend. Temperatures on Friday will likely peak in the upper 70s and lower 80s. Note no rain icons on our planner here, and pollen counts will be up just a little bit too by the time we get into Friday, dropping back a little bit Saturday with relatively wetter weather expected. So for tomorrow, we're expecting plenty of sunshine, temperatures back around 87 inland, 82 on Friday, 71 Saturday. Morning showers, staying cloudy, staying cool, but a little bit drier in the afternoon. Sunday for Father's Day, there is a risk for isolated showers. Neither day looks like a washout though, so that's the takeaway point here, is that we are not forecasting a washout either weekend day. Highs around 70 on Sunday, when typically we'd be around 80 degrees. On Monday, we're forecasting highs in the lower half of the 70s, upper 70s by Tuesday. A lot of cloud cover lingering early next week. And then by Wednesday, we turn a bit muggier and a bit warmer too, as temps return to the mid-80s, seasonably warm by Wednesday. Shoreline highs about 85 on Thursday, 77 on Friday, upper 60s through the course of the weekend, slowly climbing by Monday into Wednesday next week. We also want to mention that as the front passes tomorrow, here's that shift in wind direction from southwesterly to northwesterly as the day goes on. Maybe just a little breezy at times, but certainly nothing too impactful. Tomorrow really does look like a gorgeous day. So if you have time to step outside and enjoy the sunshine tomorrow, definitely would recommend doing that. You will need the sunglasses on the ride to work too. 80 degrees is our average high temperature as of Saturday for the Hartford area. So we have been counting down since January, when our average high temperature was 35, until we saw our average high reach 80 degrees. We're almost there. And then our warmest average high is 86, and that's July 13th to the 24th. And it's July 25th when the average high starts to drop back down, and that will bottom out in January. The cycle repeats every single year. Looking a little bit longer term here on the 6 to 10 day outlook, which brings us from the 17th through the 21st of the month. So this includes the next, not this coming weekend, but the following weekend too. Temperatures, generally speaking, are expected to remain near, if not above average. And while this map doesn't tell us the magnitude, we'll be watching that very closely. Either way, it certainly looks like things will be favored to be a bit warmer heading into, say, the middle and certainly the second half of the month here of June. We'll have to see if we can actually get a dry weekend at some point. That would certainly be a nice change of pace too. June 20th is 9 days away. That is the summer solstice. The sun will rise at 5:15 in the morning, setting at 8:30 at night. So we only have a few minutes left of daylight to gain here before that trend reverses as we get later into June and especially into July. And we all know what happens thereafter. Let's not rush summer. We have plenty of time to enjoy these long, long days. Some of the latest sunsets of the year are ongoing right now, so take advantage of them when you can, especially on days like tomorrow when the weather is going to be quite nice. We will be on the wax at 10 o'clock with another look at your First Alert forecast. Mark will be back at 11, and our next First Alert Weather Extra streaming live right here on WFSB Plus. And on YouTube, we'll be at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Hope everybody has a great day, or rather a great night. Enjoyed the sunshine earlier today, and I hope that you enjoy the sunshine tomorrow too. Join us on the wax in 20.